Okay, as promised, I have a review of my Spyderco Tenacious and my Benchmade North Fork. Let's see. This may not be a real fair comparison. This is a $40 knife. This is a $140 knife. So there's going to be differences, obviously. I'll tell you right now, straight up, I carry the Benchmade almost every day now. I love this little knife. I still like the Spyderco. There's just some differences that I think are noteworthy. First of all, we know the prices on these, right? The Tenacious is $40. It's made in China. The Benchmade, $140, made in the U.S. It's got the CPM S30V steel, the access lock, versus Spyderco, China, 8CR13 MOV steel. Just not as high quality, I guess you would say. Not to totally discount the Spyderco though, because this has some great features, I think, and there's some things that I really like about it versus this North Fork. So I'm not comparing Spyderco versus Benchmade. I am comparing Tenacious versus North Fork. And I know it won't be a fair assessment, but it's a review of the two knives that I have, and I think it's worthwhile. First of all, the Benchmade. Barely any effort. I mean, that blade just comes right out. So smooth. And you know, as you can see, even going uphill here, I was a little light on that one, but going uphill, the blade just pops out. The access lock here is awesome. It's strong. It keeps your fingers away from the blade as it comes back. Benchmade lifetime guarantee. They'll sharpen it, send it back in. I haven't really put it through its paces, either of them for that matter, as far as cutting edge, you know, and you can always sharpen it back up, but the S30V steel, you cannot go wrong with it. Complaint, all right, the tip up carry. I've never tip up carried. I am used to tip down like the Spyderco has, and when it comes out of my pocket, I automatically, it's right there. This has taken some getting used to because it comes out of my pocket. I have to reach down. The thumb stud gets caught on my pocket half the time, but this thing is so nice. The size difference, this fits better in my pocket. I barely know it's there. I love this Benchmade. Even though I don't like the tip up carry, even though the thumb studs get caught, I still prefer this this model Benchmade, the North Fork. The Spyderco Tenacious, still a great knife. Well, let me go back. I like this handle. It's wood impregnated with resin, and so it's not gonna deteriorate, you know, or rot out on you. Oh, also lanyard hole. That's pretty important. I like that. And yeah, I think that's about it. So, great knife. Tenacious. Where was I at? Good handles. I do like these handles. I do like that this clip can go in any of the 4 positions. It's completely versatile. I have found that in order to get a good flip out on the blade, you see I'm going uphill there, it doesn't quite make it. It takes a little flick of the wrist versus the Benchmade does not. So a big beefy blade though, even though my original assessment was it's kind of chintzy feeling, it is definitely lighter metal than the Benchmade. You can tell that, but again, that's a function of the metal type. So the Spyderco I do like because the blade profile here, this flat grind on it, when it comes time to sharpen this, as the blade gets narrower and narrower this way, you can put this flat on the whetstone, grind that material back, and then start your edge all over again. The Benchmade, honestly, I'm just going to send it back. If somebody else can do it and do a better job than I can, then I'm sending it back to be done. Spyderco, I like all Spydercos with this thumb hole. I think that is easy, or not easier, maybe, but I think that there's no thumb studs to fall off, for one. There's no thumb studs to get caught on my pocket, for two. I like that. So still not a bad knife. And you know, I'd buy another one of these, or if I didn't own one, I would buy one also. My only complaint is that in order to make this blade come out pretty easy, you have to loosen up this nut here, and in so doing, the blade is off center. I can tighten it back up, and when I tighten it, this blade comes right back to middle. But when I do that, I really have to, you know, flick it open. So, not a fan of that. Super sharp. It still comes really, really sharp. I like that. So, either way, you're not going to go wrong. There are two different knives in two different classes, in my opinion. But for an everyday carry, man, this Benchmade just really has won my affection. Jimping back here and up on the front. So I just wish that I could change that pocket clip. That's my only complaint on this. Hope that helps. Buy either one. You will absolutely be satisfied. If I was to buy another one, I'd buy another Benchmade. Just me.